Hello everyone, this is Mr. Ahmed Faidi from Manart Al Language School, and today inshallah we'll talk about operations on vectors, and we will talk about or discuss the triangle rule and parallelogram rule. Let's start by adding vectors geometrically. Then we have first one triangle rule of adding two vectors. If AB represented by the vector M, we say before we can represent the directed line segment by a vector. So if AB represented by the vector M, AB directed line segment represented by the vector M, and BC directed line segment represented by the vector N. So we have AB plus BC, we have AB directed line segment plus BC directed line segment. So AB represented by M and BC represented by N vector. So M plus N. We want to add M vector and N vector. We notice that AB directed line segment starts from A and its ending point is B. So B is the end point of the vector M and the start point of the vector N. So AB plus BC will be the resultant like displacement which is AC. I start from A and end at C. So the addition of AB plus BC equals AC. So M plus N represented by the directed line segment AC. And this is triangle rule. We must start from A and end at B, and B is the start point of BC. So I will make the addition between M and N. So I will take AC directed line segment. So MN represented by directed line segment AC. And second one, parallelogram rule of adding two vectors. If AB represented by vector M and AD represented by vector N. So for the two vectors M and N, we notice that the starting point is the same. So we have AB represented by M vector and AD represented by N vector. So we want to make plus or addition between vector M and vector N. So we will complete the parallelogram ABCD. Okay, so AD vector is like BC vector. So AD equals N represented by N vector. So BC represented also by N vector. So if we want to make M plus N, we'll make AB plus BC. So the resultant will be, or the addition between the vector M and the vector N were represented by the directed line segment AC. So M plus N, M vector plus N vector called parallelogram rule because M and N goes out from the same start point which is A. So M plus N, M vector plus N vector will equal the diagonal of the parallelogram which is AC, directed line segment. AD is equivalent to BC, of course. AD equivalent to BC because we have AD and BC have the same direction because they are parallel, and have the same magnitude because AD equals BC, properties of parallelogram. So AD is equivalent to BC. So M plus N equals AB plus BC equals the diagonal of the parallelogram AC. And this is from triangle rule. AB plus AD equals AC. AB plus AD equal AC. The rule is known as parallelogram rule of adding two vectors. AB plus AD equals AC, the diagonal of parallelogram. So it's known by parallelogram rule of adding two vectors. Is M plus N equal N plus M? Of course. Yes, M plus N equals N plus M from parallelogram rule. So number two, in triangle ABD, if E is midpoint of BD. So AE is called median. So this rule will be median rule. Then if we complete the parallelogram, then AB plus AD equals the diagonal AC, and the two diagonals bisect each other. So AE, the magnitude of AE, equals the magnitude of AC. So AB plus AD equal double the median of the triangle ABD, which is AE directed line segment. So AB plus AD equals double AE, or 2AE, and this is called the median rule. Any two vectors m and n could be added, finding their resultant by constructing two consecutive vectors equivalent to the two vectors m and n. So if we want to make am plus n, we can make equivalent vector to m, which is represented by AB directed line segment, and we can make equivalent vector to n, which is represented by directed line segment BC. So the resultant of AB plus BC equals AC, which is represented by m plus n, m vector plus n vector. We have shell rule, which represented the triangle rule of adding two vectors. So shell rule of adding two vectors is true if the points A, B, C are collinear or belong to a straight line. So in three figures opposite, we have AB plus BC, AB directed line segment plus AC directed line segment, BC directed line segment, sorry. AB directed line segment plus BC equals AC. We take the first and the end, the start and the end. So if you in the first figure AB plus BC, I take the first point and the end point, the start point and the end point. So the resultant will be AC. And second one, AB plus BC. So I go from A to B like the displacement. I go from A to B, then return it from B to C. So the resultant will be also the start and the end. So I take A and C. So will equals also AC directed line segments. In third one, we have AB plus AC. So I go from A to B, then go from A to C. So the resultant will be AC. Number three, if AB plus BA equals AA. So I start from A and end at A. So AB plus BA equals AA directed line segment, and this is called O directed line segment or zero directed line segment, identity element of addition operations of vectors. So BA is the additive inverse of AB. So if I say BA equals BA directed line segments equal directed line segment equal negative AB. So if we have AB, then BA, so we have different direction. Deduce that AB plus BC plus CA equals 0. If we have triangle and make AB plus BC plus CA equals 0. Because we have AB plus BC plus CA, AB plus BC from triangle rule, AB plus BC from triangle rule equals, I take the start and the end, so it's equal AC, and AC equals negative CA. AC and CA have different signs, so AC equals negative CA. So in triangle ABC, if we say AB plus BC directed line segment plus CA directed line segments, it's equal AB plus BC, which is equal AC,